Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have a Todoroki X listener. It's Sleepy Tea by Fiction Please on AO3. The link will be in the description, so go check them out. It's okay, I couldn't sleep anyway. You were in Shoto's dorm after having woken up from a horrible nightmare. There were times when terrible images would plague your dreams for days, weeks even. In this case, you had tried to keep your sleeping troubles to yourself, but of course Shoto could tell. You hadn't replied to his texts as much as before, trying to get as much rest as possible during the day. You went to school with really bad bags under your eyes, working around the carrying questions your friends had asked. But what really confirmed his suspicions was when he asked you if you wanted to have a movie night and you said you couldn't. You did it out of fear of falling asleep and waking him up with night tremors, another annoying side effect of your nightmares. Are you sure, Shoto? You've already done so much. And now, after showing up at his dorm, tears in your eyes, hands shaking, he let you in with the most loving eyes. You sat on the edge of his recently ruffled bed, still warm from his body. He brought you a glass of water from downstairs and gave you one of your favorite hoodies of his. It was made of what felt like the softest piece of clothing ever, and it always had his calming scent, kind of like a light lavender. Now he was suggesting you stay the night at his dorm. Since you had been third years, Aizawa was a bit more lenient on sleepovers. He trusted that everyone was old enough to make wise decisions as such. At least you didn't have to worry about getting in trouble with him. That honestly wasn't what was worrying you. You just didn't want to risk waking up Shoto in the middle of the night shaking. He would never judge you, especially with everything that came with his upbringing. But nonetheless, you'd still feel a bit embarrassed. You didn't want to seem weak or fragile. You were known as one of the strongest students in Class 3A, even making your way up to the top 3 of UA. It caused you to stop being so vulnerable in front of your classmates, being strong for everyone and breaking down in your dorm later, alone. Listener, you know you never have to hide how you're feeling from me, right? And of course I'm sure. You seem like something's on your mind though. It may help if you get that out before sleeping. His gaze flickered from each of your eyes to your lips, which were fervently trying to stop quivering. No tears, no tears, no tears. I know it's not always easy to talk to others, and I'm by no means forcing you to spill, but no matter what you say, you're going to still spend the night in my arms. No harm done. His words pulled at something deep within you. It was like he reached into your brain and pulled out your doubts and fears of opening up. Maybe it was alright to tell him a little of what's been nagging you. Okay, I've been having nightmares, bad ones. You met his eyes, drawing a shaky breath at his encouraging nod. It's like every time I think about the fact that one day I'll be a pro hero, I come to the realization that there will be so many people that I won't be able to save. No, the tears are coming. Some nights I go to bed and there's this little voice in my head that's constantly telling me that I'll never be good enough, never be able to save anyone's life, and never be able to help anyone. You look up, feeling the salty droplets falling from your face. Shoto's hand slowly comes up and wipes them away before meeting your stare. You quickly scoff and look away. I mean, look at how pathetic I am, crying over something so stupid. You begin to shape your features into an emotion close to anger, but it doesn't meet your eyes. No real pro hero would be so delicate. No, you're wrong. His soft, calloused hand reaches out and grabs yours. Before you know it, you're enveloped in a huge, warm hug. The best of heroes lead with delicacy. Their strength comes from it. That fear of needing to save everyone possible is their main drive. It's what makes them fight and put their life on the line. But you can't let that fear consume you. You have to use it as fuel. By now, you couldn't hold it back anymore. The tears were flowing, and you were letting them. There was nowhere you'd feel safer. His words were an indescribable comfort to you. After so many nights of sinking in your overwhelming doubt, hearing that you weren't actually crazy was something that you needed. How did he always know exactly what to say? Once you had calmed down a bit, he tucked you into his bed and sided up next to you, rubbing soft circles onto your leg. The crying fatigue hit, and not even 2 minutes after closing your eyes, you were out. 3:55 a.m. The screams were back. They needed your help. Why weren't you helping? Why was your body frozen? They were right. You could never live up to anybody's expectations. Your own expectations. When it had come down to it, everyone's blood would be on your hands. No one to blame but you. You woke up with a jolt. Quickly sitting up, your chest was heaving, gulping down air as fast as you could. Your eyes scanned the room you were in. Oh yeah, Shoto. He was still laying down, but his eyes were open, carefully watching. You clenched your eyelids closed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. Are you okay? He reached out for your arm, thumb softly caressing. Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. He caught your lie from a mile away. You watched as he got up and slipped on a jacket and shoes. Stay here, I'll be right back. You nodded. Great, you'd scared him off. Sooner than expected, he came back, holding a mug. Okay, here, drink this. He handed you the mug, reading your confused gaze. It's something I learned to make when I started getting really bad insomnia. My dad never cared if I got enough sleep, and he still always made me train for hours the next day. I realized that I would need sleep, even if I couldn't, and I figured out how to make that. He nodded to the steaming drink. It's a calming tea with a hint of some other mellowing factors, guaranteed to get you back to resting. You smiled a grateful thanks and took a sip. The warmth traveled down your throat, soothing any lingering tension. Already, you could feel the weight of sleepiness come over you. Wow, Shoto, that's really good, thank you. He gave you a nod while yawning. Oh, yeah, it's the middle of the night and you have school in 3 hours. After finishing off the last of the magic drink he gave you, you settled back in for the night. Now he laid with his head on your chest, anchoring you to the bed. Good night, Shoto. Good night, listener. Closing your eyes and letting sleep take you, you heard one more whisper before you lulled away. I think I'm falling in love with you. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. As I said a bit earlier on in the video, music link, fanfic link, Discord link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description. Go check out the author, give them kudos, likes, comments, all of those things. They're super cool. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!